Okay, so good morning, guys. This morning, we will be having a short discussion on our first module in business ethics and social responsibility. Okay, so of course, this will be our topic for this morning, module 1, the nature and forms of business organizations. Okay, now let us proceed to the most essential learning competencies. Now, we have here the most essential learning competencies. So we have differentiate the forms of business organization in terms of their purpose and role in the socio-economic development. Okay, so let us proceed to our objectives for this session. We have number 1, define business. The second one, explain why people engage in business. The third one is give the advantages and disadvantages of each form of business organizations. And the fourth one is create their own business and logo. And the last one is classify the given characteristics of organizations. Okay, before we proceed to the main topic for this session, let's have first a short review. So we have here the instruction. Read the given statement below, then state whether it is true or false. Number 1, a business is an active process which is an integral part of human society. Okay, so what will be your answer? Is it true or false? 1, 2, 3. Okay, the correct answer is true. Of course, that is true. A business is an active process which is an integral part of human society. Let us proceed to the next questions. Number 2, the term profit refers to the difference between the amount received and the amount spent on something purchased, produced, or manufactured. What will be your answer? Is it true or false? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the correct answer is true. That is true. The profit refers to the difference between the amount received and the amount spent on something purchased, produced, or manufactured. Let us proceed to question number 3. Partnership is one person business. The owner has full control over the finances and operations and decides alone. Is it true or false? Okay, so what is your answer? Okay, the correct answer is false. Very good. Most of you are correct, I think. Okay, let us proceed to the fourth question. Sole proprietorship is an entity created by law that is independent and distinct from its owner and relies on the corporate laws of the state in which it is incorporated to continue its existence. Sole proprietorship. Is it true or false? Okay, so the correct answer is false. Sole proprietorship is not entity created by law that is independent and distinct from its owners and relies on the corporate laws of the state in which it is incorporated to continue its existence. Okay, let us proceed to the last question. Number 5, corporation is a business relationship between two or more people. It refers to the arrangement where individuals share a business venture's profit and liabilities. What is your answer? Is it true or false? Okay, so the correct answer is false. Corporation is not a business relationship between two or more people, and it is not refers to the arrangement where the individual share a business venture's profit and liabilities. Okay, so for more information and to know more about that corporation, sole proprietorship, and partnership, let's have our discussion for this morning. So let's us going to define what is business. Okay, so what is a business? A business is an active process which is an integral part of human society. And it is an organization where economic resources or inputs such as materials and services are brought together and distributed to deliver or to give consumers goods, products, or outputs. And of course, it involves significant operation such as buying, assembling, distributing, advertising, selling, and accounting. Okay, so those are some activities which involve business. To give more clarification about the business, we have here some examples. Okay, so we have Jollibee. So Jollibee is one of a business. So as what you observe, napakarami pong branches ng Jollibee. Okay, at yan po ay super tinatangkilik lalo na ng ating mga kids. Then, of course, we have the CSM, which is owned by Mr. Henry Tan, an example of business. Yan po yung mga malalaking business sa ating bansa. Okay, and the other one, the National Bookstore. Then, of course, the Ayala. Ayan, yan po yung mga malalaking business within the Philippines. So those are an example of business. So let us proceed. Let us know also what is a profit. Since we are talking about business, so let us know what is a profit. Okay? So, of course, profit refers to the difference between the amount received and the amount spent on something purchased, produced, or manufactured. Okay? So, pag sinabing profit, most of the time, yan po yung tinubo natin from the capital. Okay? So, kaya sinabi dyan, difference between the amount received and the amount spent on something purchased, produced, or manufactured. Okay? So, one example of that profit, let us say, for example, bibili ka ng isang sakong bigas. Kasi day one, no, gusto ko magbenta ng bigas. Binili mo yung isang sakong bigas ng 2,000. Ngayon, pag ibebenta mo siya per sack, of course, ibebenta mo siya ng more than 2,000. So, it's either papatong ka ng 300. So, from that capital, or from that original price na 2,000, papatungan mo siya ng 300. So, that will be sold to 2,300. So, yung capital mo doon is just 2,000 and ang profit natin doon is 300. So, that is what we call profit. No? Yung patong mo doon sa capital na meron ka. And we have 3 types of business organization. Okay, so what are those 3 types of business organization? So, number 1, we have service businesses. From the word service, okay? So ano yun? Provide services to customer rather than product. Okay? So what are an example of that service business? Okay? So number 1, we have computer repair. Ayan. So laundry services. Ayan. So tutoring. Then we have delivery services and wellness, such as gym or spa. Okay? So there's an example of service business. Ibig sabihin, magbibigay ka ng serbisyo, babayaran ka. Okay? So you have an income, pero kapalit ng service na binigay mo. Number 2, merchandising business. Sell to customer products they buy from other business. Okay? So ito naman ay merchandising. So you are going to sell, no, to the customers the product na binili mo mula sa iba. Okay? Tingnan natin. Sari-sari stores, ayan po, bookstores, then department stores, ayan, groceries, supermarkets. Ayan, so that is a merchandising business. Yun bang namimili ka lang, no? Binili mo lang doon sa Pure Gold, bibili ka ng mga noodles, mga iba't ibang goods na kaya mong ilagay doon sa maliit mong pwesto or nasa bahay ka lang, and then i-resell mo siya, papatungan mo ng konti. So, that is merchandising. Okay? So, let us proceed. What is the third one? Okay, so the third one is manufacturing business. Turn basic inputs into product which are sold to consumers. Okay, so what is an example? So we have shoe manufacturing, gagawa ka ng mga sapatos, baked goods, so yan, mga bakeries, yung mga nag-bake ng mga cake. Oh. So that is an example of manufacturing business. What else? Candle manufacturing, gagawa ka ng kandila, cosmetics manufacturing, yan, and then wine production or etc. So ibig sabihin, nagmamanufacture ka ng isang produkto, and then after na ma-manufacture mo yan, na magawa mo yan, benta mo. Okay? So, another example for that is yung ating furniture. O, di ba? Yung mga furniture, bibili ka ng mga materials, kahoy, and then yung mga pako, and then gagawa ka ng isang furniture. For example, yung table, ayan, yung mga chairs na magaganda. So, that is manufacturing business. So, marami po tayong pagpipilian. So, again, magsisimula tayo sa service business. O, yung kaya mong gawin. O, kung ano ba yung kaya mong iserve sa kapwa mo. So, babayaran ka. That is a business. That is an income. Then, the second one is yung merchandising. Okay. Bibili ka ng mga goods, no? Yung mga ready to sell na. For example, mga damit. Ayan. Then, ibenta mo, papatungan mo agad-agad. Ayan, that is merchandising. And then ito namang manufacturing ay gagawa ka. You are going to assemble, no? Mix mo yung mga materials, then makikreate ka ng isang product, and then you are going to sell. Okay? So those are the three types of business. Tuloy natin. Forms of business organization. So we have also different forms of business organization. Okay, so the first one is sole proprietorship. So what is sole proprietorship? Okay, so sole proprietorship, it is a one-person business. Ayan, so solo flight po ito guys. The owner has full control over the finances and operation and decides alone. Okay, so pag sinabi nga you are a sole proprietorship, ikaw mismo, ikaw lang mag-isa. You are only one, no, nag-ooperate in your own business. Ayan, so mag-isa ka lang. Ano mo gusto mo, paano mo papatakbo yung business mo, that is your choice. Okay? Bahala ka kasi ikaw lang naman mag-isa. Okay? So from that, let us know what is the advantages and disadvantages of a sole proprietorship. Okay? So, let's have the advantages. Letter A, tax preparation is faster. Kasi syempre, ikaw lang mag-isa. Simply file an individual income tax return, including losses and profits to your business. Your personal and business income is considered the same, and the tax implication for self-employed individuals would apply. And then the second one, sole proprietorship has lower startup costs. So, syempre, maliit lang ang capital kasi you are just alone. And then letter C, handling money for the business is easier. Of course, kasi ikaw lang eh. Sole proprietorship have the least government rules and regulation that affect them. Syempre, kasi ikaw lang. Okay, that is just one person, handled by one person. Okay, so another, the sole proprietor can own the business for as long as she wants. And when she or she wants to move out, he or she can cash in and sell the business. Of course, no, walang problema. Kasi sa'yo yan eh. So kung ayaw mo na, benta mo, wala. No questions. O anong gagawin mo, that's your own choice kasi ikaw lang naman. Okay, kung ayaw mo na, so okay. So even in common practice, the sole proprietor can pass the business down to his or her heir. Okay? So, kasi ikaw lang. So kung ayaw mo na, so pwede, and then pwede mo siyang pamana doon. Kung kanino mo siya pwedeng ipamana, pwedeng sa anak mo, sa magulang mo. Ayun. So, no questions kasi that is your own. Okay? So, those are the advantages of our sole proprietorship. Okay? So, what are the disadvantages? So, we have A, the sole proprietor is personally liable for all debts and actions of the enterprise. So, of course, ikaw talaga ang managot kasi ikaw lang ang may-ari nun. Ikaw ang liable sa lahat. Okay? Next, there is lack of financial control because of looser structure of sole proprietorship. Okay? Then letter C, there could be difficulty in raising capital. Yes, kasi nag-iisa ka lang, of course. Then, the second one is partnership. Okay? So, we have done with the advantages and disadvantages of sole proprietorship. So, how about partnership? The second form of our business organization. So, from sole proprietorship, we have here the second one, partnership. And what is partnership? It is business relationship between two or more people. It refers to an arrangement where their individuals share a business venture's profit and liabilities. Okay? So, there should be a sharing. Dalawa. Dalawa na to eh. So, hati-hati kayo. The partners give feedback on how to use the capital and other critical strategic decisions that may provide different perspective. Okay? So, in this type of business organization, you are not alone. Mayroon ka ng kapartner. So, dalawa na kayo. Okay? Na mag-handle, na magmamanage ng inyong business. So, let us also know what is the advantages and disadvantages of this partnership. Okay? Partnership business lack formality as compared with managing a limited company or corporation. Okay? It is easy to start. The partnership may be created either verbally or in writing. Okay? So, dapat may kasulatan. You share the burden. You have companion and support, of course. Kasi, dalawa na kayo. Then, every partner would add his, her own expertise, skills, experience, and connections to the business, thus giving it a greater chance of success. Okay? So, sharing talaga. Tulungan. Okay? Next, there is a better decision making. Two heads are better than one. Mas maganda kasi dalawa na nga, di ba? Next, there is privacy. The business deals may be kept confidential by the partners. Okay, limited kasi nga dalawa lang kayo. So, the partners own and control the business. So, kayong dalawa, yung nag-own and nag-control. Then, the more partners there are, the more funds are available in the company, which can be used for possible expansion. Its borrowing capacity is also likely to be higher. Okay? Next, there is an easy access to profit in a business partnership. The partners just have to divide the profit. Ayun. Yun yung ano dun, guys. Okay? So, you need to divide, no? Patas po, yun patas po yung hatian doon. So, if you have a partner. Okay? So, those are the advantages of partnership. Let us proceed to the disadvantages of partnership. So, the business does not have any independent legal status. Then, the business has no separate legal personality, so the partners are personally liable for the debt and losses incurred. Okay, dalawa din. Okay, the partnership business often seems to lack the sense of prestige more closely associated with a corporation. Okay, then a partnership will often find it more difficult to raise money than a corporation, of course. Napakalayo naman if we are going to compare partnership with the corporation. A corporation naman is super big naman yun, no? Compare with the partnership. Okay, so there is a potential of differences and conflicts. Oo nga. may posibilidad kasi siyempre mayroong tendency na magkabangayan kayong dalawa. And then decision making can be slower because there is a need for consultation among partners. Of course, yung decision making natin hindi na katulad nung una na ikaw lang. Oh, ngayon hindi na. Kailangan mo ng opinion ng isa. So, kailangan i-consult mo na. The profit must be shared among the partners. Of course, it may require a lot of time and energy. This may affect life-work balance. Okay? So, the profit are earned by the partnership will be translated to income on the individual partners. Thus, they are subject to income tax in the financial year in which they are made. And of course, they are limits on business development like unlimited liability, lack of funding opportunities, and a lack of commercial status, and etc. Okay? So, those are the disadvantages of partnership. Okay, so let us know also what is corporation. So we have corporation. It is an entity created by law that is independent and distinct from its owner and relies on the corporate laws of the state in which it is incorporated to continue its existence. Corporations have an advantage in generating money for the company. It can raise funds by selling shares of stocks. It files taxes separately from its owners. Okay? So, in this corporation, ay malaking business na po ito wherein we can invest. No? Pwede na po tayo mag-invest ng stocks and of course, pwede tayo mag-invest ng money. Okay, so let us know the advantages and disadvantages of this corporation. Advantages of corporation. A, the liability of its shareholders of a corporation is limited up to the amount of their investments. A publicly held corporations may sell shares or issue bonds to raise substantial amounts. Of course, it is easy for a shareholder to sell shares in a corporation. Oo nga. A corporation's life has no limit. Ownership can pass through many generations. Okay? So, if you have enough money, pwede po tayo sa corporation. Disadvantages. The corporations may pay taxes on its income depending on its type and the shareholders pay dividend taxes. So, income gets taxed twice. Okay, ito lang. No, medyo mabigat ang tax pagdating sa corporation. The management team of a corporation can operate the business without any real oversight from the owners. Okay, so those are the disadvantages of a corporation. So if we are going to summarize what we have in this session, so of course we know what is business, what is the profit, and of course the three types of business organization, which is the sole proprietorship, partnership, and of course the corporation. And of course we have an idea on what are the disadvantages and advantages of that business organization and corporation. So for that, let's have a short exercises. The direction. Analyze each sentence below and write whether it is true or false. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, everybody, again, use that paper. Then answer the given questions or sentences. Number one, the liability of a shareholder is only limited to amount of his/her investment. Is it true or false? A partnership will generate funds through selling shares or stocks. Is it true or false? Business is a passive process. True or false? Tax preparation is more difficult in sole proprietorship. True or false? Then, a corporation is a separate entity distinct from all the owners. Is it true or false? Okay, so let us check your answer. So we have here the correct answer. So number one is true. Number two is false. Number three is false. number 4 is false, and of course, number 5 is true. Okay, congratulations for those who got a perfect score, and this will be your assignment. Give a brief explanation on the different forms of business organization, on how it contributes to the socioeconomic development in the country. So that will be your assignment, and it should be posted in our Google Classroom. And of course, your last activity is conceptualize your own unique business name and create your own business logo. Okay, so we have the rubrics: originality, uniqueness 10, content, relevance 10, neatness, creativeness also 10. So that's the total of 30. To create our logo, pwede tayong gumamit na, of course, what is trending as of this new normal. Pwede tayong gumamit ng Canva, any type, no, na gumamit tayo ng ICT that is very acceptable. And of course, if hindi naman kaya, you can draw your own logo, and then maayos lang, magandang tingnan. Okay, so I think we have done for this session. I hope that you've learned a lot regarding this topic. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, everyone.